welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor. Today I filmed a foundation highlight contour routine for you guys. I know a lot of people don't know how to do it, so I thought I would show you my version of it. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, as well as, let me grab it, the NYX Concealer Correcting Contour Kit. I just wanted to show you guys that you do not have to go out and buy a super expensive version. I mean, this is not super expensive, but I mean, for makeup it is kind of expensive. This one is $40 and this one is $10. The only difference is, if you are a darker skin girl like moi, you want to probably invest in this one because of the color options. As you can see with this one, there is not a lot of dark colors. You will be able to highlight, but contouring will be a little difficult for you. This one has 3 dark shades, and with this palette you can, if you run out, you can order new ones because these come out. You get the whole palette, so if you run out of one color, you don't have to go out and buy the whole thing over. And if you want these, all 3 of these colors to be this color right here, you can just go out and buy the rest. Versus this, you will have to go out and buy another whole palette if you run out of the one color. So yeah, I just showed you guys the difference between these two. They pretty much do the same thing, so whichever one you want to go and buy, that's all you, boo boo. But yeah, I showed you guys pretty much my whole face routine. I didn't do too much. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the first thing before you apply any makeup, honestly, is to apply a primer. I'm just going to use this little sample that I got in my Ipsy Glam bag. It's Smashbox Photo Finish primer. And then you just apply that in your T-zone. Well, that's what I normally do. You can apply it to your whole face if you want, but I apply it to the area where my makeup tends to melt off first, which is in my T-zone. Because I didn't know I had oily skin, but I guess I do. Okay, the first step I take is to correct. Now, if you have darkness, which is normally around my mouth, and I have this brown line right here, so I use an orange. If you have redness on your face, like you have a pimple or something that's super red, you want to use green. That kind of cancels out. Basically, green and red to cancel. Green and red, orange, and like darkness is basically what you do. So we're going to do orange and then orange right here. So I told you guys in the beginning I had 2 palettes, so I'm going to use the Anastasia one on this side and the NYX one on this side. This one. Okay, so now that that is all blended out, if you can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is a lot more even. So that's what correcting is going to do for you. So under my eyes more even, and around my mouth, because I mean, TMI, but I need to get my mustache waxed. I've never gotten it waxed before. I usually just use like the Nair cream, but that's starting to burn. So I think I'm going to get my mustache waxed. But if you don't, you can use orange concealer to help cover up the hairs. So yeah, that's what that does for you. This one is the Anastasia and this one is the NYX. I will say that the NYX one is a little thicker than the Anastasia one, but I mean, it all blended out the same. So, you know, that's a point that I thought you guys might want to know. But yeah, I'm going to apply my foundation next, and then I will come back on and start the contouring portion. First, I just conceal, and then you can go on with a highlighter, or you can use a highlighter and concealer mix. So by that I mean, I'm going to get this palette. Hold on. So this shade right here, normally your concealer is supposed to be 1 or 2 shades lighter, but if you want to highlight, do 2 to 3 shades. This is probably 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, maybe like 2.5, 3. But yes, this one is 3 shades lighter. So what I can do with that is kill 2 birds with 1 stone and highlight and conceal at the same time. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just dip into this color and apply that underneath my eye. Now for this highlight portion, I'm gonna just use the Anastasia because I don't want my highlight to be 2 different colors. So you can just apply that, and that'll give you both highlight and concealing under the eye. Okay, so now the highlighting portion is all blended out. So now you're going to move on to your contour. Now for this part, I'm going to just use like a synthetic brush, and I'm just going to dip it into the Anastasia. Now to contour, I'm pretty sure most people know, but if you don't know, it is just this part of your face right here. This is like, it's basically like it's a slimming effect, so you don't slim that thing down. I typically start for where your tragus is, and then you just basically just come down and make a line. Now some people, they swoop it up like this and carve it. You can do that if you want. I'm not gonna focus that right there because that is if you do not have high cheekbones. It's kind of like an illusion type thing. As you can see, I have high cheekbones, like my cheeks go up to my eyeball, so I don't really need to do that. I was just showing you guys. And then obviously for the NYX palette, I'm just going to use this dark color. Like I said, the Anastasia palette has a lot more variety than the NYX one, and the colors are a little more rich. The NYX one, I don't know if you can tell, but this one is a lot darker. This one is a little on the red side. So if that is something you care about, I'm just going to take a little bit of Anastasia and darken this one up because I don't want it to look too crazy. And then I'm going to use this Real Technique contour brush and just blend this out. Okay, so now I have blended this in. I didn't add anything to my brush. I'm just dragging whatever left is on the brush onto my temples and around my hairline, because naturally the perimeter of your face is darker than any other part, well, the center of your face. So you just want to even that out, and then you want to contour well, you don't want to. If you want to, you can contour your nose. I don't add anything to the brush I just use whatever is left, and you just want to kind of follow the bridge of your nose, and then just come down and then connect. I connect the two lines. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I connect those, and then like everything else, you just blend it out. I'm going to use the contour brush. Just blend this out. And then that is your contour nose. Now what you want to do is set all this in place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a translucent powder underneath my eye as well as on my jawline just to clean up the contour. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. Translucent powder. I'm going to use the e.l.f. High Definition powder to set everything into place. The one thing about this powder, it is super duper messy, so you want to be prepared for that. I got this technique from the CoverGirl. What you want to do is you want to pat the concealer one more time just so that any creasing that happened while you did anything else, it's blended out. And then you want to look up, dip the powder, and then just place it. Okay, so I finished the rest of my face. I just put on some mascara, a little bit of eyeliner, my lipstick, and a little bit of eyebrow action. Okay, so now what we're going to do is sweep away this translucent powder, and I'm going to use my natural face powder just to help set the rest of my face. I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark and my e.l.f. powder brush. So I'm just going to dip this in there and sweep off the translucent powder. And doing it like this will help to get rid of that white cast that translucent powder can cause. This powder definitely causes the white cast, so you want to be sure that you set it with your regular face powder just to minimize that. And now, as you can see, that contour is a lot more chiseled. So yeah, now I'm just gonna apply blush. I'm gonna use MAC Razin blush. I think, yeah, Razin. In my last video I said I used MAC Razin blush, and I didn't. I used Milani Romantic Rose. So make sure I'm telling you guys the right thing. And then for highlight, which just gives you that ooh, 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 that beauty, ooh, 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 I'm going to use Becca Champagne Pop. And I just put it in a C motion with my blush brush. Ooh, ooh, come through, come through. You see? You see? No? Okay. But no. You see that? Oh! Oh! Can y'all see that? I need y'all to see what this is doing. You see that, don't you? You see it. See that little glow? Oh, 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 oh. You see it. I know you see it. I know. Just blend it out. You don't want a whole bunch of glitter on your face. But it's not glitter, but you know, big shiny thing. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so that is the finished look. Do I look more like I lost 12 pounds? Let's put a little highlight on that collarbone. Let them pop. Come through, collarbone. Okay, so yeah, that is my highlight and contour foundation routine. By no means do I do this every single day. Honestly, I only wear foundation when I go out, like with my friends at night. On a regular basis, I'm just a powder, mascara, like concealer type girl. But yeah, this is how I do it. There's a lot of different videos. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Do whatever works for you. So yeah, this is my version of it. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.